Maya been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's for certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's fast tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight and lose your mind. Squad, I'm it. 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 Squad.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Titans going up against the Jaguars.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right there at the 43. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Fournette, a first down carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go!
look to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be knocked down sideways. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carroll. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
12 more yards there and another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They're going to look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And this is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With that type of force on contact, as an ex-DB, I expected the ball to come free. I really did. I thought that was going to be an incomplete pass. I've got to admire him catching it, taking the hit, and getting the first down.
Well, anytime on those crossing routes, middle third of the field, you know there's a possibility of a hit like that.
And just think, if you can do that as a receiver, what that does for you and your quarterback's relationship, his confidence in him has got to be super high, and he'll look for him every time on those big 3rd down plays.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota being chased out left. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
His throw incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down. That's Cross. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And some room to work. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Let's go! 1, 9.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota rolling to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Third and long here for Mariota. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. He's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw Mariota. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Harris coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, going deep here for... This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 1st down carry for Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we hit the halftime break. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Mariota from the gun on third down. He's going to look deep down the field, and he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio. Here we go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the new season, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the 1st half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, that's Cross. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll drop to throw. Now he's forced out right. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. 3rd down here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Come on, let's go!
He'll look to throw. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the I. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
2nd down, Mariota. Flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he slides to avoid the hit. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that well. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Looking out of the gun, Mariota. Out left side here to Bryant. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Mariota now, escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Off the play fake, Mariota. His throw caught at about the 5. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Over the middle, complete. That's Carroll. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperate, and got his man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it. But that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true because